Hi, this is James Harrison. Since I've been making these videos talking about some of the drum pads, I thought I might as well go through several pads that I've used in teaching or practicing or whatnot. So today I'm going to talk about the Offworld pad that I have. I actually bought this from a former drumline member at Boise State who had stopped drumming and got into other things. So I use this quite a bit in teaching, especially with a lot of the marching oriented things because of the fact that it has this synthetic hoop made and whatnot. So anyway, this is a nice pad. It's pretty heavy, but it's a nice pad to work out a lot of the marching oriented things on, or something if you really wanted to have a rim involved in what you were playing as well. Most of the time I don't really care about having that, but I understand the need for it with a lot of the drumline oriented type things to practice your ping shots and stuff like that. It's a very durable pad, very tough on the rim. I've never seen a broken one yet. I've seen people play at the back of it, which you can do too, and I've actually done it a couple of times. But most of the time I just lay this on a stand or on a drum and play. Probably my least favorite thing about it is the sound of the pad. It has a little bit of a chirpy sound. I'm going to grab a stick here. The feel of the pad's great. It's on the harder side. It's not super loud. So you can buzz into it. There's no snare sound or anything. The back of it, very similar. Again, there's a little bit of a cheep cheep cheep. Probably I like the pad, I like the way it sounds, I like the way it feels. Again, it's a little bit heavy to carry around, but most of the pads that are double-sided or have rims and stuff like that can be heavy. I actually prefer this over something that's super hard. I'm just one of those guys that, the Kevlar era of marching and the White Max type heads and the tuning of the drums, which became very high and very tight, came late in my life, more in my teaching era than playing era. And so I've never really preferred the pads that felt so hard because I consider myself a drummer who plays the musician, the drummer who plays all kinds of things. Obviously I studied marimba and timpani and all that, but I'm talking about like anything from orchestral and concert snare drum stuff to marching snare drum stuff to drum set to jazz to everything. And I just don't always want to play on a pad that feels like I'm playing on a table, because most drums don't feel that way. But I understand the need for that in the marching side. So I think this is a good option. It can still be used for other things, but still has enough articulation and enough of a hard feel that you can work on the marching thing. I know it comes in all kinds of different colors and stuff like that. Probably one of my least favorite things about drumline is I could never cohesively get everybody to buy the same pad. Some people had a Zymox pad, some people had a Real pad, some people had a Offworld pad, somebody showed up with a Vader pad and everything. I just wanted one kind that I could get everybody to use so that you could hear, because they all don't have the same sound. But to each your own and whatnot. So anyway, the Offworld pad, it's pretty competitively priced out there in the world and stuff like that. And I think you can take a car wax, turtle wax type thing and clean these and kind of keep the surface from becoming too worn out or over time degrading in quality. So I've had this for several years now. I do like it, and I have a lot of different pads I use and everything. Good pad. No real complaints about it, and not super happy with the sound of it, but that's just a personal thing. But I definitely got my share of use out of this with teaching and whatnot. And so it is a pad I do recommend. So Offworld pad, you can find them online, whatnot. So that's it. Thanks.